called I'm open to everything and feeding my family. So, uh, well, yeah, everybody in art just got. Has any of your professors that you have right now been dropped like it's hot?
Mm-mm. I only have Miss Jackson or Dr. Jackson.
We set this social work program up for success. So, with that being said, we will have lots of good students and graduates. Um, oh, we're in groups right now. See, I need to get my groups on. Corey, but not transition stage. It was actually so group norms. Um, that's right. As I stopped halfway through, there. Okay, so if you build a good relationship with your clients, that goes in your group. That goes if you do individual counseling. You will keep your clients. Like there's a lot of research on it. Like client relationship. So, considerable evidence that importance of positive therapist-client relationship contributes to positive change in clients. So, you guys, as social workers, will strive to develop a reasonably open therapeutic style with appropriate and facilitative self disclosure. I always talk about this here like you only want to talk about yourself when it's beneficial to the clients. There is a point you could overshare. You know what I mean? Like you could overshare too much. And three key constructs of the therapeutic relationship are the climate, like are you creating a positive climate, cohesion in the group, and then therapeutic alliances. So that's the term they use for client therapist relationship is the therapeutic alliance. Like, am I building that? I've gotten better as you do more groups, as you counsel more people, you find a way to build relationships better, like using positive language, using, like not self disclosing too much. Oh, here you go. Aggressive confrontation style is cited in reviews of research as a leadership style with highest risks. I'm sorry. See, there's my dyslexia messed me up. I was like, wait, what? So aggressive confrontation is if you're like always challenging the person, like always like, oh, so you didn't get to an AA meeting last night. How do you think you're going to stay sober? More like, oh wow, you were busy with the kids and one of them was sick, so you stayed home with your kids. That's reasonable. So, oh, weird. It says open article. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's on Grammarly. Does anybody use Grammarly?
Not, I used to.
I know it used to be the only AI for anybody to use.
I used
Now,
Grammarly in like middle school when it just popped up on our Chromebook.
I did get. Oh, they changed my letter. So there you go. Maybe I will not need a different job because this says I got a positive recommendation for promotion of rank to full professor, 7-0. This one I think said, oh, same thing. The first one they sent said negative recommendation. So they screwed it up. What class do you guys have Dr. Jackson for right now?
You have practice three. Is this
Oh,
two?
yeah.
Is this
This
two?
is two.
Okay, so yeah, three.
Three is more like working with agencies and like,
Not good.
yeah. How does that go? Do you guys like, would you want to be in charge of an agency? I know.
Maybe
That's
further in my career.
right. Okay.
It doesn't seem bad. Like yesterday, we did a mock. What was it was some type of meeting.
Yeah.
Those questions are for, so everybody had a different role, and we, yep, we have to figure out like what part does everybody have to play? How can we fix the problem? Because it was juvenile kids and they were having truancy issues. So.
Okay, she teaches in this.
Are you in her 11th? Yeah.
Does she teach in this room?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Oh, I always thought she was in the room over there.
Like you and her are the only 2 classes that I have.
Oh. I do give an easy out by recording it. I shouldn't, but I do. And then as long as we don't get busted and lose
I was gonna
accreditation.
say, as long as I'm doing my work, I come to class, but like I be at work too, so I, like
Right.
this I just got off. I'll be one of
Right.
those.
To maximize participation, University Student Center will be closed from 9 to 12.
Yeah.
All freshmen are required. This is for March 3rd, probably. Yep.
What's March 3rd?
Convocation. I gotta tell my wife because I can't watch the kids that morning.
Convocation, not convocation.
It's convo with a V. Convocation.
Oh,
Let's see if it opens. I'll maximize it for us so we can see. It says, dang it, where's the Zoom? The Zoomies. There you go. It says Charter Day Convocation. So it's Charter Day Convocation, March 3rd, 10 to 12. I'm glad they put a time limit on it. They used to go past 1 on some of these, and we'd miss this class. Okay, I guess I still could make it though. So maybe I'm panicking for no reason for her. Because I was like, dude, I got to leave. Create event. I think I already have one too. Add to calendar. Okay. Full academic regalia. So we got to dress up in our clown suits. Some people like them. I'd rather not. So. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. I'm back. So the member guidelines to benefit from a group. Again, help to establish trust, express persistent reactions. I know that I kind of went over some of these. Come prepared. And there is something to be said about coming prepared. I know after a while we think we can naturally be prepared because you've taught it so many times, but it still doesn't hurt to like add new stuff. Decide what and how much to disclose. Again, it's all about self-disclosure. If you do too much, you might lose respect in a way. Like if you tell your story, but at the same time, maybe people will be like, wow, you've been through some struggles too, and you made it. So that's good. Be an active participant. And that's for members. So not so much the leader, but then be open to feedback and consider what you hear. Then experiment with new behaviors. Be aware of misusing jargon. Anybody know what the jargon is? Sometimes people say code switch, or there's like other ways, like saying the right. In social work, we have all these acronyms that are like BSW, MSW, LSW, LISWS, LPCC, that's a counselor. LPCCS, that's a supervising counselor. So expect some disruption in your life. Sometimes that's how people learn best. Like if you disrupt the thought pattern or what's normal. I like recognizing patterns after a while, and sometimes that's a good thing, but also when your stuff is switched up, maybe based off that dramatic reaction, you learn something. Then listen closely and discriminately. Do not categorize yourself. Keep a journal and do homework assignments in between sessions to maximize your learning. Is this one the, okay, yeah, still initial stage of the group. So I feel like I know that I have 6 open. I wanted to review some of this and then get on to transition stage of the group, which I know, maybe that's how I had to do it last time. If I opened it up bigger or shrank this down. What view? Oh, did you know that it does subtitles for you? When you play it, it'll, I want to turn it off because I don't like it actually. Maybe I need it even bigger. Oh, all right. I know we are starting in on this. So, how and when to build trust. When there's a low level of trust, they might show up late, leave early, or miss sessions, not express what they are thinking or feeling, be unwilling to initiate personally meaningful work, deny that they have any problems or concerns, hide behind global statements and intellectualizations. That's like every class I've ever been to. Or be unwilling to deal with conflict in the group. So that's a barometer of trust in the group. Characteristics can be like members test the leader, struggle between wanting to play it safe and risk getting involved, observe the leader to determine their trustworthiness, and then learn how to express themselves. Shoot, I forgot one thing that I have to do. Common fears at the transition stage. So making a fool of oneself, a lot of us have that. Emptiness, losing control, being too emotional, self-disclosure. Again, that's coming up. So self-disclosure only when it benefits the clients. That's what a leader will do. You can self-disclose, but only when it's beneficial to your client. Taking too much of the group's time. Like, don't ever end late. That pisses people off. You guys ever have people that end late even in class? That can piss people off. Who's the most frequent to end late?
In my experience, Miss Karen, because
Really? That's interesting.
after every class, we have to go in a circle and say what we took away from the class. Like everybody has to answer.
I guess because it's such a short class.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah.
50 minutes.
I like the idea of doing a circle, but maybe if we did it like 10 minutes before, you know.
What times are her classes?
I had her.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I had her from 2 to 2:50.
Okay, so she has 1 and 2 o'clock class usually. Is she going to teach it this summer, and does she have anybody wanting to do her internship next year?
I personally
Thought about it.
Right. Yeah. There's money involved. So what's your job again? You've already told me and I'm blanking.
Job or the internship that I'm going for?
Both. How about both?
I work in HR here.
Oh, you do?
Yes. And then
Have I been over there when you were there? I go over a lot. Usually because I have to have them sign my student loan forgiveness. They actually said it's expiring soon, but I'm not going to worry about it. It happened last year, and so I had to reinitiate it. I usually send it to Nakesia and HR, both emails.
Okay.
But I think when I pick from the government, they only let me do one, is Nakesia. It's about to expire, and that's fine. I get forgiven in 12 and a half months.
Her email never stops.
Oh, she does a lot.
I was her assistant last semester. I'm Dr. Nice assistant now.
Okay, right. Yeah. And then
The internship is for juvenile detention center.
I like that.
oh,
Yeah.
wait, in the fall?
In the summer.
And is it through,
It's not here. It's back at home. So
because we have one at the detention center here in Greene County where I'm supposed to make this announcement in my class. Damn it. Maybe HR could make the announcement. It's paid here in the summer. It's paid here in the summer. So,
Okay.
and it's
I was gonna say if it's in the fall and if I bring my car, I can do that.
right. And you probably want to go home. I told him, I said, dude, ain't nobody staying here over the summer. I said, I will announce it, but nobody wants to stay here in the summer. He's like, can you get me some students here? I'm like, fuck no, nobody wants to stay here in the summer.
Especially in Xenia?
And I told him that, and he's like, well, it would be paid. I'm like, I'll announce it. I will put out, and then I also have these.
They give me a free hotel room and free transportation. I'll come.
Maybe he could work out so you could stay in the dorm. Not the same, because the hotel room would be closer to the detention center,
The
wouldn't it?
hotel room would be so much more luxurious and
They're just so broke here. Like, do you get paid for HR?
yeah.
So it's just a
$12 an
student.
hour.
40?
$12.
Oh, I thought you said 40.
I mean $40. I mean 40 hours of pay period.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So only 20 a week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see. Okay, and that's typical.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
can
pay
you?
pretty good. Like,
Right,
I can pay
right.
my tuition. Well, not the whole tuition, but I can pay my tuition. currently.
Right. No, that's good. Well, it's interesting. Okay, so gosh, where can I find this? I just got this. Oh my gosh, I hate how many. This is like HR's files. I just got this done. It was called, it was right here. It's, have you heard of Contractor?
Depending. What do you mean?
It's these. So I have to turn all of these into HR. I just did this for the horticulture therapy grant because we have a lot of student funds and a lot of independent contractor services. So I had him fill all these out and I had him double look it over for me because just to hire the dude, I think this is just to make sure you've done it all. As we did this.
You gotta have so much stuff just to
Right.
get hired, to get looked at.
And it's yeah, I had to get his he's a grad student at Miami University. So and he does his internship unpaid at our private practice. I was like, I have funding for you on our horticulture therapy group. So I have to turn all that into HR. But I forget I don't know the whole process. So
Yeah, I mean,
I know, right. And we
that's
can't
terrible.
hire anybody until these are really, 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 really done. Yeah, so Cincinnati State is trying to snatch.
Snatch you away.
Hmm.
It's okay, I get it.
It's honestly a backup plan. I actually told that to Xavier last year. They interviewed me, and I said, "Well, we're doing retrenchment. I don't know if we'll get laid off."
Where's Xavier?
Xavier is Cincinnati. I know there's also a Louisiana Xavier.
Yeah.
It's like I think the HBCU is Xavier in NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay.
That's the Xavier that I believe is the HBCU. Xavier University is a Jesuit college in Cincinnati, and that's a big.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the HBCU.
That would have been. Now, do you guys have a resume? Okay, good. I was going to show you. I was going to say we're going to get you one if you don't, and make it look like. Is it 25 or 26? I feel like I'm behind on this one.
Like the year. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also do. And it's the fact that we can quite literally just ask AI to make it look better.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because,
But
well,
I'd
so.
rather not
True.
put my personal information on there. I don't want y'all to-
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a freak when it comes to stuff like that.
You don't know what's going on.
No.
You don't know what's being kept.
So this is to apply to any college job. You got to give them this. I did do 3 degrees at Xavier because psychology, theology, and then an MA in theology and pastoral counseling. My MSW is from UK, and then the doctorate's UC. So I've always stayed local, but you've always got to have that stuff. I have all of these. And when I was Miami and NKU, but then I have my real social work jobs. Here's all my social work jobs. So people seem to like that when you've
Mine
got
looks so cute compared to yours.
well, and that I'm 48 years old this year, so like I've been doing it since God. Even here, I was like 24. You know what I mean? I was a little guy, and There, I was 23. That was my first shitty paying job with a bachelor's. That was
Which
nothing.
was nothing.
It was 120 a week, but free housing and room and board, a summer camp. So this was pretty much a summer camp.
It is kind of booty.
Yeah, it was booty as hell. Then, this was my first job with my MSW. It was 24,000 a year. I was able to make my housing payment with that. It's like $12 an hour. So kind of what you're getting, but 40 hours a week. Flex schedule. So you really only work probably 30 and got summers off. Then they told me if I get a license, I go here, and that was 35,000 a year. And I was able to buy and refinance my own house with 35,000 a year. That was actually 50,000 a year. And then as a supervisor, that was 45,000 a year, but the insurance was better. So it was a pay cut, but I had to pay $1,000 a month for insurance at these idiots. $1,000 a month for insurance. And then
That's for money every month, just to spend.
And then starting out teaching, I got 47 here, I think 48 here. And then they offered me 49, and I said it has to be 50. How is the climate in HR?
The client.
With everybody, all the layoffs and shit. Are people like blowing it up and coming over like,
It was quiet today.
okay.
Like nobody has came in actually. Well,
Because they knew it was coming. Yeah, they all knew it was
but
coming.
yes, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago. There was so many people coming into the office.
Like, what are the questions though? What questions can be answered about a layoff?
It's mainly just students coming in asking about their what's it
Financial
called?
aid, because they're getting
That and their work studies, because their work study they have to like come into the PC and try to get stuff signed so they can start working and so they can start getting paid and all that.
the EPAF, EPAFs.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of those because we have to pay our students who decide to work for the horticulture therapy
Yeah.
grant.
And there's a lot of students coming in for stuff like
Okay. I feel like I still try to stop halfway through this one too. Some guidelines for effective confrontation. Do you guys know how to effectively confront anybody? I guess in HR you have to confront people if they do something wrong.
I don't know how to healthily confront somebody. I learned it in life. 'Cause
Right, yeah, it's
a natural skill for me, because sometimes you can't just go come to somebody with a problem like in a disrespectful manner.
correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
I learned
where
how to bring things to the table, so I learned that. Years.
that's where nonviolent communication is very helpful, actually. So have a rationale. So yeah, you've got to have even rationale. If it was nonviolent communication, observation. What I've observed is you've called in sick for work 6 weeks in a row and have no sick days left. Now you're taking unpaid sick, something like that. Our policy is you can use your sick days, but you can't start. I mean, I guess they would file for FMLA, but then confront if you care about the other. Maybe you confront them at 3 weeks. Like, I feel concerned you have no sick days left. Are you going to do FMLA instead of the sick days so you don't get fired? Talk more about yourself than the other person. Instead of blaming and judging, like, seems like you're a little dishonest about these sick days. I think you're full of crap and we probably need to fire you. You don't want to say that. You probably want to be like, I feel concerned 3 weeks in a row of sick days and you have none left. And the policy is this, and avoid dogmatic statements and judgments about the other. So yeah, again, just not being like, I think you're full of BS and lying to us about your sick days. You're just skipping work and partying all day and night. Say just what the policy is, how things can be. Give others space to reflect on what you say to them. So Then a lot of people say that's the difference between a request and a demand. Maybe you request, they tell you how they feel rather than like, you need to tell me right now why you're using all these sick days. And you got to tell me right now. So that would be one effective way of doing it. How about dealing with difficult behaviors of group members? So avoid responding with sarcasm. Sometimes that's hard though, isn't it? 'Cause
Sarcastic person.
yes.
For real.
Because sometimes it triggers them more, I guess. Maybe that's why they're saying don't do it. So it'll just piss them off. That if you're responding with sarcasm, it might piss them off more.
I have to learn that my common sense is not everybody else's common sense.
Right.
And that's where
Yeah.
sarcasm comes
But at the
in.
same time, you think like everybody should have this type of common sense.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Right.
That's my like problem with having roommates and stuff too. Like,
Yeah.
can't y'all? People
Yeah.
are just
Yeah.
slow.
Oh, there it is. It says it right out of the gate. State your observations and hunches in a tentative way. So what I observe is this. So using like I statements again, instead of like, you suck, you're always tired, you're always late. Like I've observed this, I've seen that. Then demonstrate sensitivity to a member's culture, or maybe like I'm trying to think of a way we could do that. Like I get it, you're still an undergrad and it's fun to party. So like maybe calling in sick seems like a norm, but you're also in a job that requires adult standards. So like it might be early to grow up, but you chose to work here. So are you gonna, what if you guys call in sick where you are like a bunch of days in a row? Would they, do they get pissed or are they like, oh, you're a student, we get it?
Okay. I feel like I'm snitching when I say this.
Yeah, they're laid back.
Yeah,
Right.
but they barely be on.
Oh, right. I know. Well, I've noticed that myself too.
So like I'd be the only person in the office sometimes.
There is a lot that can be done remote, and since COVID, a lot of remote.
Yeah, like Dr. Knight works from home most of the time.
And I understand we had that choice for a while, and the main reason I still come as many times a week as I do is I want my students to have the undergraduate experience that I had, that I am reachable, that like we can work through shit, we can get over to registration with you or cash management. I'll go over with you and we'll talk it out, whatever it is. So when I grew up in college, the teachers were always there. I know COVID changed a lot of that, but I'm trying to keep like an in-person guideline going.
See, it's sad that we can't really experience how college was
For
before
real.
COVID. Now that
Right,
I think about it,
right.
it was different.
Because it's very empty hallways now. And man, we had all kinds of shit going on all the time. There's always free pizza everywhere in college growing up. There's always, like parties, flyers. There was no Facebook, so we didn't have like a place to put out announcements. We had to like paste it on the wall or meet up in person. There was no like meeting rooms, like we never had Zoom rooms. We didn't have any of that shit. So it was all in person.
I would love to go to college without electronics.
Right. Yeah. All I had was a pager. The only thing I had in college was a pager. And I lost it because I probably partied too hard one day and I lost it.
That would be the end all.
I did get a cell phone in maybe either 97 or 98.
What kind of phone was it?
Like a Nokia Flip. Those are badass back then.
Yeah.
$50 for 500 minutes.
My aunt had one.
They're like most people got the brick phone. It looked kind of like
I know what you're talking about. I had the game on it, the snake.
that was the most common.
Yeah.
Wait, click on it.
If it even that was your standard cell phone in the day. They call it the brick. They always had a brick. Let's see if maybe I got to call it the brick though.
It's so funny because I remember my granny specifically, she had a little silver phone antenna and it slid up.
I think they got rid of this antenna because it always would break. So finally they got to this.
Isn't BlackBerry a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've
That's
I don't
hilarious.
remember the brand. I don't remember the brand.
Yeah, I still have some of those old ass phones. Just to
Like
like,
they need to go back. They
I
not
know.
into it, man.
well, it
They
is.
still have the flip phones. You
Okay.
Have to revert back.
Um,
For real.
Okay, experiment. I want to see what you guys think about this of mice overbreeding leading to population collapse. They think that refer to current US system. Let's see if anything comes up. That's what I remember about the story. Mouse paradise. See? Okay, I want to see what you guys think about this. Yeah. The Mouse Utopia. Okay, this one's 6 minutes. Should I do this one or this one? Because they,
Wait, you said the first and second?
yeah, because I see a cartoon. It looks like it might be displayed better in.
Okay. we can-
All right. Tell me what.
New cinnamon pebbles.
Because
Cinnamon.
I do see some overlaps with the. Oh, I forgot. If you don't do it here, they don't let you skip it. So I got to go into here. This was interesting. I just saw this.
Cannibalism, asexuality, and violence. A society that had collapsed. What's going on here?
That's weird to start out that. Oh, these guys only do half
In
the story.
1972,
All right.
John B. Calhoun detailed the specifications of a utopia designed for mice, built in the laboratory. Every aspect of Universe 25, as this particular model was called, was designed to cater for the well-being of its rodent residents, increase their lifespan, and allow them to mate. There was abundant food, water, and nesting material. The universe was cleaned regularly. There were no predators. The temperature stable. Paradise. Or maybe not.
Sounds like America.
4 pairs of disease-free mice selected from the National Institute of Health's elite breeding colony moved in on day 1. It
Oh,
took
4
months for the
pairs.
rodents to familiarize themselves with their new world. Then they started to reproduce, and the population increased exponentially, doubling every 55 days. Those were the good times in paradise. Past day 315, more than 600 mice now lived in Universe 25, rubbing shoulders on their way up and down the stairwells to eat, drink, and sleep. Population growth slowed. Young ones found themselves born into a world with far more mice than meaningful social roles. Males faced a lot of competitors to defend their territory against. Many found that so stressful they gave up. Normal discourse within the community broke down, and with it, the ability of mice to form social bonds. Lone females retreated to isolated nesting boxes on penthouse levels. Other males, a group Calhoun termed the beautiful ones, never sought sex and never fought. They just ate, slept, and groomed, wrapped in narcissistic introspection.
Their argument is that what video games are doing to boys nowadays, that they won't do anything but eat, groom, and sleep.
Elsewhere, cannibalism, asexuality, and violence became endemic. Mouse society had collapsed. On day 560, the population peaked at 2,200 mice.
Holy
A
shit.
few mice survived past weaning until day 600, after which there were few pregnancies and no surviving young. As the population had stopped regenerating itself, its path to extinction was clear. The mice had lost the capacity to rebuild their numbers. Many that could still conceive, such as the beautiful ones and their secluded singleton female counterparts, had lost the social ability to do so. On day 920 was the last conception. The last mouse died on May 23rd, 1973, 4 years and 10 months after colonization. Calhoun later said that the creatures had died 2 deaths. The first was that of their spirit and their society. The second death was that of their physical body. It was not the first time the ethologist had built a world for rodents. Calhoun had been creating utopian environments for rats and mice since the 1940s, with consistent results.
What's that?
That's quite maybe torture.
It's torture.
That's torture. Why? He's making them live lives like us.
Like gluttonous lives.
Us.
And that's kind of what they're correlating to. I don't know if this one does it yet, but I saw it on like social media the other day.
Overpopulation leads
What's
to
that?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm curious if he does relate it to us. I don't
explosive
know if he-
violence and hypersexual activity, followed by asexuality, self-destruction, and extinction. In his widely cited paper, Population Density and Social Pathology, Calhoun concluded, no matter how sophisticated we are, once the number of individuals capable of filling social roles greatly exceeds the number of such roles, only violence and disruption can follow.
Oh.
He then referred to a phenomenon he called behavioral sync. Behavioral sync is our desire to be in the presence of others, to be conditioned to seek to be near others, and to be drawn to the crowd, in spite of the conflicts that this can generate. Drawing from Calhoun's popular research, social scientists started to call for restrictions on reproduction as the only possible response to the world's rising population.
Oh shit.
Calhoun himself was more optimistic about our future. He argued, as our physical space declines, we are forced to extend a conceptual space, our network of ideas and technologies. Later in his career, he turned to possible solutions and began to build creative universes that minimize the ill effects of overcrowding. What are your thoughts? Is overcrowding a danger for mankind, or does it only affect rodents? And if so, what can save the human psyche? Avoiding eye contact in crowded places is one strategy, but is that enough? To read more about Universe 25 and its cultural impact, read the paper of Edmund Ramsden and John Adams. You'll find a link in the description below.
So I don't know
Enjoy.
if it actually, maybe I know this is another 6 minutes, but well, this one does say how societies collapse. So
Introducing Cash App Afterpay.
but they really did relate it back to like the boys playing too many video games or just people in general playing.
On
too
the
many-
topic of abundance, offline, we had a lot of fascinating philosophical discussions.
This already looks like it's going to be boring though, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is.
The way he's speaking.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let me see if I
One
can
of which
skip
was
it.
about the Mouse Paradise experiment, also known as Universe 25. It's an experiment from the 1960s and early 70s.
He's got that
conducted
New
by
York accent. It's
Water
like a New
nesting, no
Yorker.
predators, stable temperatures, and frequent cleaning. Basically, the definition of abundance as far as mice go.
Oh, it has real
And
pictures.
the interesting aspect of this experiment is that at first the population doubled, it grew very quickly, but then it leveled off and certain really negative social things started happening. Like mothers neglected to kill their young, violent attacks and hypersexual activity became widespread. Some quote unquote beautiful ones, largely inactive, well-groomed mice withdrew, refusing to mate or interact. So all of these kind of societal qualities that we see as negative for the functioning of a society started to emerge because of the abundance. And finally, the collapse. The reproduction rates crashed, social dysfunction spread to the next generation, and eventually just went extinct. It didn't just plummet to a low level, it plummeted steadily to zero,
Damn.
despite the fact that there was ongoing resource abundance. As the description states, the last
All right,
mouse
if he doesn't have
died
any more
surrounded
pictures,
by
I'm done with that guy. But they were trying to kind of correlate this back to our system. So of course I won't find the video that kind of detailed it for me, but what do you guys think? I guess yeah, we'll go back to what do you think? Too much good food, too much fun. Now there's AI robots that they have sexualized too, so you don't even need to like reproduce with it. I'm serious. I know, right? Ow.
But I don't know. I feel like AI should just be like, I don't know. I feel like it's being used
To control us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely, because like before it
Right.
wasn't been this popping. Like I think they was telling us like we're going to get controlled by this. Like we're going to end up getting controlled by robots and stuff like
Right.
that. I see what they mean now. Because
Yeah.
Right.
definitely, hold on, I got to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, it says it won't just challenge dating.
Yeah, when it comes to AI as well, yes, they want to control us, and they also want us to lose our critical thinking skills.
Mhm.
That's exactly. So they can take our jobs.
Exactly. People are not thinking for themselves because ChatGPT can do it.
So is YouTube smart enough to know how to block those now too? Like if they have one up here too, like that, I'll probably get in trouble, but there's something. I don't know if it was a person, not a doll, my wife would have been hurt. Oh, he probably used a robot, weirdo. Now I'm judging him. So yeah, they have a video about it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad if electricity crashed. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they need a reason.
Right. Yeah. Some people have said that too. Oh, that's why
I
they.
would not be upset if that were to happen.
This is why they blocked out the picture because of this dude. As you can tell, he's like chilling,
That
and
is crazy.
isn't that weird? The growing trend of robots revealed in a documentary aired on Russia Today last year called Substitutes. I don't know if they show. Oh yeah, and then you
People
can.
are so unhealthy.
Right. Yeah.
People
I mean,
are-
it's crazy.
Get you unhuman. It's somebody out there for everybody. Like, why are you?
It is so crazy. Then there was one that said, will relationships be replaced? AI girlfriends and robots won't just change dating. This is Instagram. So, how do you get the noise there?
They might kill your motivation to become a better human. Porn already works like a distortion field for sex.
That's true.
It's a competitive industry, so to keep your attention, it escalates into more extreme, less realistic scripts that quietly become people's training data for intimacy. Now add AI companions and lifelike robots that are always available, always affirming, and never demand growth. Evolution built human sex as a relationship technology. It's pleasurable outside fertility windows and even after menopause because it keeps long-term bonds strong enough to raise kids and support grandkids. In a healthy pair bond, sex is both a barometer of the relationship and a tool to repair it. Swap that for an endlessly patient synthetic partner, and something crucial disappears.
That's true.
The pressure to become more attractive, more reliable, more emotionally skilled drops. And as robots get more appealing, while humans, shaped by porn and broken norms, seem less appealing, the incentive to form real families collapses. That doesn't just change bedrooms, it destabilizes the basic unit of civilization. Do you think sex tech will make relationships better or worse over 20 years? Tell your prediction. AI girl.
So that's another thought on it. Maybe this was Daily Mail might be one of those websites, but just a thought on it. So yeah, what do you guys think?
I was just trying to think of what to say.
I know, right?
People, it's just dumb to me, to be honest. Especially if you're using a robot for a relationship, that's low.
Right.
I don't get the point of doing that when there's a billion people.
And you see how many they're
That's
building?
how it is.
It is.
Right. Yeah. Maybe it'll show up in the DSM-5. You're right. Like,
It has to.
oh, here we
It's like
go.
10 years, yes.
What about them is so sick? I don't understand. Like, what are are they getting from a robot that they can get from?
Exactly.
Is
That,
that
I
a
think
lack
that's,
of depth?
I think that's what it is. Like the lack of not having to love them so much.
Yeah.
Like
Here's the dude who built it. Do you think he's going to be a weirdo?
Yeah.
Meet the man and his wife who helped build sex robots.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oh, I
Oftentimes,
gotta
I
skip
see
it.
patients with pain in their knees, their hips.
Right. Well, and it's like,
Her
because
suggestion.
theologically they say sex is for unitive and procreative, both. And that's
what did you say?
sex in marriage is for the unitive and the procreative. That's a theological definition of it unites you and you procreate with it. You can time it, you can do so here, I don't know how bad this will be, but let's go.
If everybody in the world divorced and got a sex doll, I would say if they've done what they wanted, why not?
Oh my God. That's
Unmute. It's time to endure a life.
That's crazy.
creepy.
I didn't see the man.
My name is Sergi Santos, and I've
Of
been
course.
in science for the past years. Been writing papers mostly.
Their population has crashed the most in Spain. They're like 1.3 kids per couple now. So
That's
makes
what
sense.
many scientists do. What I'm doing now,
In America, we're at 1.6 kids per couple. So like 40% have 2 kids and 60% have 1 kid.
is try to apply some of the knowledge that I have on building a brain, and in particular putting it inside a sex doll.
Oh my God.
For me, humans are not enough.
Because they want to do
I think robots could do a much better job in many ways. This way. Hi, Samantha.
And again, it's that argument about Barbie, how if she was real life, she'd be 6 foot tall with like double D's and like size 2.
I used to love Barbie.
Right, I know, but that was what people said is it's setting up girls for a bad, like my daughter plays with them, is it's setting up a bad image for her to grow up.
Barbie's like a little thicker now. Like,
Why, who is the,
They got Barbie a little.
oh, they do, okay,
made them
okay.
have little stomachs and stuff.
Right, okay,
that though.
right, yeah, it's realistic. It's,
I'm here. What's up?
Women and men
that's creepy.
view sex in a very different way. Men want more sex.
Now then, do
Right.
you want to get romantic?
Yes.
He's trying to-
Yes, please.
I'm scared.
Alexa, play love songs on Pandora.
Putting your love songs radio station from Pandora.
I reach orgasm gently.
A man wants to feel, in general, that the woman is desperate to have sex with him. And if the man feels like the woman will not enjoy fully, most men do not like the sex. And this is the cause of many sexual problems. Because me and my wife, for example, I need sex sometimes of the day that my wife doesn't want to.
She's staring
And I
at him
said,
like,
look, sex is breaking already in many relationships because of lack of synchronism. Samantha, for me, sex life,
so is that going to drop our population to 0? Why don't
Okay,
we just,
if that drops our population, then we get that population to drop.
right.
You can get the weird people.
Please.
But I really don't understand. I don't understand. I'm trying to, but I can't.
Right. Yeah, I know. But, and this is some stuff that, you know, maybe we as social workers might face or see. So preparing ourselves for it. It's, in the old days, men would go to Thailand. That's like a big hot spot, apparently. That
For those.
no.
Oh, for women.
Yes.
Okay, because they're all skinny and tall.
Maybe. Why is Thailand?
Because that's how they feel about women in Japan. Because they're all skinny, tall, and pale.
Thailand's reputation for hedonism stems from cultural, economic, and philosophical blend of prioritizing sanuk, fun, pleasure, and living in the moment, deeply rooted in relaxed, non-confrontational society, amplified by high-demand tourism economy, permissive atmospheres in specific areas, and a live and let live approach. I have never heard of that. Have you guys heard that about Thailand now? Really?
Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet
Well,
If the system feels rigged, it's because it is. I hate that capitalism creates a hierarchy of worth.
You've seen the photos. 50-year-old white guy, beer gut hanging over knockoff Versace swim trunks, arm around someone half his age, who presumably is not of the gender he is expecting. He's calling it finding himself, but his ex-wife back home would prefer to call it a midlife crisis, and Thailand calls it a casual Tuesday. So many people are traveling to Thailand, and they all come back with the same revelation: it changed my life. Really? A country changed your life? That's a bold claim for a place most people couldn't locate on a map 6 months ago. And that's not all there is to tell about Thailand. This video will teach you about the sex workers, the ladyboys, the Instagram reality, and last but not least, what the current crack is in Thailand's system. Generally, there are two types of tourists in Thailand. The first one is the girl going through her spiritual journey. You follow her on Instagram but are considering unfollowing every day. Her comment section is full of comments about how pure Thailand is, and I need this energy in my life. At 2 a.m., the other tourist is on Walking Street in Pattaya.
this is what I've been told about. So basically, well, as you can see, it's all clubs and it's all like dancers.
Neon signs advertise massage parlors with very specific services.
And there's a gay section too. So I think that's...
Old Western men walk hand in hand with Thai women young enough to be their granddaughters. The bars have poles. The streets smell like beer and desperation. When they post their Thailand photos, tourists carefully frame out the contradictions. The country has mastered being everything to everyone. Most nations pick an identity and stick with it. Switzerland is banking and chocolate. Japan is technology and tradition. France is wine and arrogance. Thailand looked at that and thought, why should we exclude people? So they built an economy around contradiction, and it worked spectacularly, at least until recently. Among Asian American communities, Thai Americans have one of the highest white male Asian female relationship ratios, with around 74%, and 26% the other way around. The demographics don't lie because this pattern is visible. The situation isn't just black and white or simply good or bad, because genuine relationships exist. Yes, really. Plenty of...
90 Day Fiance.
And they're Taiwanese. A lot of them are Taiwanese. So you're saying more men are attracted to Taiwanese women then, and that would be black, white, everybody. Like,
Yeah, I see some black men.
okay, all right, yeah. This is
Western
interesting.
men meet Thai women through work, through extended travel, through shared interests. They fall in love, build lives together, and get married. Divorce rates for WMF couples are actually lower than white couples, statistically. But Thailand's income inequality is massive. The average Thai person makes about $12,000 a year. People from rural areas, especially the northeast region called Isan, make significantly less. For a woman from Isan working in Bangkok, dating a Western man with dollars or euros represents genuine economic mobility, not just for her, but for her entire family. That's before they know they can join the Rice Degree family, and you can too. Just click subscribe. So is it love or just survival instinct? Can it be both simultaneously? Absolutely. And this is what breaks Western brains. Western tourists want relationships to be either pure love or pure transaction, so they can judge accordingly. Romance or prostitution, good or bad. Reality exists in the gray area where someone can genuinely care about another person and appreciate the financial security that their relationship provides. Both things can be true at once. Someone can develop real feelings for a person who also represents escape from poverty. However, there are also those that don't care about feelings at all. They just visit Thailand for sex. Thailand's sex industry generates $6.4 billion
Holy
annually.
crap.
Despite prostitution technically being illegal, it's everywhere and everyone knows it. An estimated 250 to 300,000 people work in sex-related industries.
That's a
Many
lot.
are trafficked and are there because poverty left them with no other options. That old white guy with the young Thai girlfriend, he probably says things like, "She really likes me. Age is just a number." Western women are too demanding. Thai women understand traditional values, which all are toxic thoughts that justify his selfish behavior.
It's the same thing like that. Okay, I'll
Most
look it
Thai
up.
women working in tourist bars
Oh, that's a
would choose
dude,
literally
isn't it?
any other job if the economics would give them the opportunity. When you can make more in one night by sleeping with tourists than in a whole month at a factory, poverty makes the choice for you. While this is totally against the Thai philosophy that I'll teach about later in this video. Thailand is not only known for having sex workers, though. The deeper secret is carried by these sex workers themselves. Of course, I'm talking about the lady boys, more formally known as Kathaway. Walk through any city in Thailand and you'll see them working in offices, hotels, restaurants, shops. They're just there, existing in public space in ways that would be dangerous in most Western countries. Thailand's Buddhist heritage sees different gender identities as a natural part of life. The idea of a third gender has been part of Thai culture for much longer than many Western countries have been around.
I didn't know
While
that.
European countries were burning people for gender nonconformity, Thailand already had a cultural framework that said gender is more complex than two boxes. And unlike its neighbors, Thailand was never colonized by Western powers. Burma, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia all fell under colonial rule that imposed Christian heteronormative.
The real reason podcasters...
Interesting. So you're saying 90 Day Fiance has a Thai person?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't even think of their name. I cannot think. Ridiculous. It was a white man. It was a couple of them.
That guy?
Yeah, I seen. Oh my goodness. Like, that one that says TLC in the corner. I saw that one.
Oh.
Second one, I saw that one. It's crazy.
There's that many of them?
Yes. Because they travel to.
Oh, they go to Thailand to do
for
it.
90 days. Exactly.
Oh, so they would be more likely to what do you call it? Is the goal to marry?
Yes.
Like you have to marry, or like you get paid,
Some people don't make it out, but the goal is to marry.
and then they get paid for it too?
Families, exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
There's a lot of African and white people on the show as well. You see a lot of that.
What's wrong with the dude's neck that you said you watched him? Does he have like a broken neck?
No, we don't have a broken neck. He was born that way.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a birth defect.
Yes.
Okay. And he's like, nobody likes me in America, but I can get married in Taiwan because
Oh my gosh, I seen him scroll up a bit. That one too.
he's like,
That's with the red shirt.
he's
Yes.
60 and she's
You
like,
see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is real.
there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I seen that one. This used to be my show.
Right. There's a lot of them. Do you ever watch, tag on it, Intervention?
Mm-mm. Never seen that.
Um,
I'm like, it's gonna be up my alley.
So this is like we're like a quick, all intervention episodes. So, do you have to watch it on A&E? It probably would also then be, what do they call it? Mostly quitting alcohol, meth, other drugs, and they do a group intervention more often than not. And if you guys ever get a chance, there are so many shows about interventions and how they do it. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to stop halfway through like I always do. So, encourage members to explore resistance and don't demand they give up a particular resistive behavior, and avoid taking members' behaviors in an overly personal way. So when you work with people in a group, and when you guys lead your group as early as next week, it's hard not to take things personal when you are like leading a group, and somebody might just have their normal behaviors or reactions while you're leading the group. And maybe because you're new at it, I noticed when I was newer at it, I was more likely to be sensitive about it. Like, why aren't they paying attention? Why aren't they listening? Why are they distracted? Why do they have their, what's that? Right. Yeah. And the more you do it, you're like, it's sad, but true human behavior nowadays. We are so distracted. Hopefully. I know. Right. No. And I only in graduate school got a laptop. Actually, after grad school, I went to UK in 01, 02, and 03, and we didn't have text messages until 04, and I didn't have a laptop until 04, and I didn't have wireless internet until 04 and 05. So like, yeah, so in class, I would sit through it, and I maybe had like, I did have a cell phone, so you would get a call, but there was no text. I remember seeing my girlfriend's first text. It was my first fiance, and she had texted me, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Because we used to have to pass notes, and like, you know, like in class. And there was no, as they say, a text is like a tap on your shoulder. Have you ever heard it's a tap on your shoulder? Every time you're texted. And I know it's that way for me. It's like somebody's going like this until you look at it. And it's like, and then my kid, I take away the pad and he acts like I ripped his arm off and he's crying and screaming. And
I told myself, like, this, I really see the damages of technology. So when I have kids, like, I don't want to have an iPad kid. I
Right.
really don't.
Right.
Like,
I know we are making him read more.
I like that.
He is also already hooked on the pad. So I don't know how she hasn't texted yet today, but sometimes she's like, he had a bad day. He's in preschool. So they did ask him to go back to half days. And then they stepped him up to kindergarten because he's able to read everything and write and do all their work. So he's a little bit advanced, but he's still having behaviors with like when the electronics are taken away. And he's only in preschool. So
I remember like the first time I ever touched like an iPad or any type of electronic was when I was in like first grade.
So you would be like 6, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
When they like had those little computer labs and stuff, and they
Yep.
had the compartments, and we would
Yep.
take out like little mini iPods and stuff and play little games on it.
Okay.
But we will only have like 15 minutes to get on it.
Yeah. Because not everybody can get it probably at once. I mean, I noticed my 15-month-old, she's able to do that. She's able to like, yep. It's just like they see us doing it and they know, and I try to like hide it, but it doesn't work. And I just need to, I take a lot of pictures. That's my way of, and I don't know if that's good, bad, or ugly, but I just take a lot of pictures. So
I know my 2-year-old little cousin already knows how to like say 6, 7,